Hey Amelia, what's up? It's your best bud Wes. Sorry for the background. I was too lazy to find a good one. But you know what? At least you're seeing me. And I'll try to stop staring down here at the view on my computer and up at this camera. Because it's a bad habit and I need to work on it and I don't know. Let's think about it. What should we talk about today? Well, how's Pratt? That's dumb though. I mean, I could ask you that over Facebook. Oh, I got a text message. Maybe it's interesting. Nope, it wasn't. So I'm in AP Art. That's going fun. It's going well. That's cool. You're at Pratt, so that's like AP Art on steroids. Or speed. What else? School's good. Same old stuff happening. What's the hot gossip? Can't think of any. Sorry, my life's so boring. Oh, I have a good story. Oh, I have a way good story. Okay. So here's the deal. I was at work the other night, and I was just working, just like I do. And this girl comes in with some of her friends, and the girl kind of looked like this, which is fine. I'm not judging, you know what I mean? But just so you know, it helps the story later. So she comes in, and I'm just like, hey, what's up? We're going to get you, blah, blah, blah. And so I get her order, and she and her friend sit down. And I come back out, and she's on her way to the bathroom, because our bathrooms are cool, apparently, so people always go in there. And she was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, because she was wearing a Glee t-shirt. A Glee, the TV show Glee. A t-shirt that said Glee on it, but cleverly at the end it had a K instead of a L, or instead of nothing, because it was like a pun. It was supposed to be like Glee, geek, and they merged and made a new word. And so she was going to the bathroom, and I was like, oh, Glee, that's cool. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, a bunch of my friends at school watched that show, and she's like, where do you go to school? And I was like, Waterford. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's a private school. And I was like, or she's like, oh, yeah, that goes through high school. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I went to Juan Diego. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she's like, and I was like, where do you go now? Or like, what are you up to? Or something, I don't remember. But she was like, oh, I'm just at Utah State. I graduated like 3 years ago. And I was like, oh, that's chill. Like I do, you know. And then she went to the bathroom to take pictures of it because our bathroom's apparently cool. And so then I go in the back again. And I come back out again, and she's like, hey, can I take a picture of you? And I was like, and she's like, it's for the scavenger hunt. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I did something stupid in retrospect. I like put my arm around her for the picture. And her friend took the picture, and she took like really probably 3 minutes. Sorry, when I nod my head, it shakes the computer because the table's kind of flimsy. Anyways, so she takes like 5 minutes, and my cheeks like pressed against her hair, and it was dumb. It was dumb. But and she's like, so what's your name? And I'm like, Wes. She's like, oh, chill. She didn't say that because she's not cool like me. But she was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, yeah, cool, well, bye. And so I went in the back again, and I was just chilling. And then I hear, Wes! And I was like, so I go out front, and she's standing there. And she's like, hey, so can I have your number? And I was like, and in retrospect, I should have been like, no. Or like, how old are you? Or like, no, I have a girlfriend. Or like, oh, I just had appendicitis. Can you take me to the hospital? You know, something. But I was like, sure. Because I always said that if a girl ever asked me on a date, I would say yes. Just because, like, I'm tired of doing that. Not that I ever do it, but I would be tired of doing that if I did it often. And, you know, it's cool when girls, like, break social barriers and all that stuff. But it was weird. And so I gave her my number, and she's like, okay, bye. And so she leaves. And 10 seconds after she leaves, she's like, hey, this is Anna, the girl that just texted you. And I was like, so after work, I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, not much, blah, blah, blah. And so I just stopped texting her. Because that's weird, and I shouldn't have even texted her or side hugged her while he took the picture. And so the next day, it's Sunday, and I'm at church because I'm a good boy. Just kidding. That's not what I meant to say. If you don't go to church, you're not a bad person. I didn't mean to offend anybody. I'm not Fred. I'm sorry. Anyways, so I'm at church, and she texts me, and she's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, and so I waited like 4 hours, and then I text her back, and I'm like, how old are you? Because, like, I wanted to, like, get the idea, you know, that I'm a little bit too young for her. And she was like, you first. Like it was flirting. Like, shut up. Like, this is weird. You're weird. Weird. And so I go, I'm 16. And I'm not 16. I'm older than 16. Not by a lot. By 1 year. Almost 2. Whoa. Anyways. And 16, which is, like, exaggerating it. Because, like, that's weird. And she texts me back, and she's like, 20. And I, like, just didn't text back. Like, all right, we've established this is weird. Stop talking to me. And then 15 minutes later, she texts me, and she goes, do you have Facebook? And I was like, no, like, don't. Stop it, you freak. Scared me. So anyways, aside from dealing with pedophilia, things have been pretty boring, so I think that's about the only funny story I've got, too, so. Nope, that's it. Cool beans. Well, I've initiated this. I think it's your turn to, contribute to our little channel. And I'm going to try to stay up talking like this, because I'm sure it gets you old. And I probably don't notice that I do it that much, but when I watch this, I'm like, do I really talk like that? Ugh. Do I really make noises like that? Ugh. Ugh. Sorry. This is going to be fun. Anyways, I hope Pratt's good. I hope you're making good choices over in Brooklyn. And not that, I'm judging. And make good choices, and remember who you are, and follow your heart, and